What's going on, guys? I want to share with you one thing to do right here in this video that will help you enroll more clients into your health coaching program, your virtual practice, even if you don't want to spend any money running ads. Hey guys, what's going on? Yuri Elkaim here. Beautiful sunny day. CEO and founder of Healthpreneur, by the way, just in case you don't know me. We help health professionals like yourself get more clients and scale your businesses online by working smarter, not harder. Now, typically, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I'm a big proponent of using our perfect client pipeline and leveraging paid traffic to get faster results. Now, what happens though sometimes is, number one, you might be running paid traffic and you might get to a point where you're like, you know what, I got to take a breather this month because I don't quite have the revenue or the profitability for my ads to continue spending money. Or maybe you just don't want to spend any money on ads, which is fine for now. So I want to share with you one simple thing you can do that I recommend to my clients that I think will make a huge difference in your business because this is something I've done in the past and many of our clients have used to great success. So first and foremost, you have to understand the two ways of building a business. We have the free and we have the paid. Free, it takes a long time. Pay gets you there a lot faster. So just keep that in mind with what I'm about to say. So this actually came up with one of our clients, Carmina, this morning on one of our From the Flight Deck calls. And she was asking, hey, you made reference to something last week about how to use your email list to get more clients. So anyway, that's why this is top of mind. So here's the deal. Let's say that in her case, she had an email list, or she has an email list of 3,500 people. Now, you have to understand that 3,500 people is a lot of individuals, right? And if they're in your ecosystem, because you attracted them based on very specific messaging, you have 3,500 potential candidates who could work with you eventually. Not everyone's going to work with you now, and many of them are never going to work with you. But there's always a good percentage in there. When I say good percentage, I would say anywhere from 3 to 10% of your audience is really, you can move them either way relatively sooner than later. And so here's what I suggested. So basically you would send out an email to your email list with the understanding that the goal is to start as many conversations as possible. A really simple mnemonic to think about and remember is that conversations lead to conversions. Automation is great, but automation is not going to give you the same results as if you had back and forth conversations with an individual prospect. The challenge there is that it takes time, right? So I'm going to give you two ways to do this. So here's what I mentioned to Carmina. I said, okay, you've got 3,500 people on your email list. You're going to send a broadcast to all those people. And here's what it's going to say. Hey, first name, 2022 is off to a start. And I just want to reach out and see how I could best support you in the coming year. So what do you need help with most right now to make this year your best year yet? Now, obviously you can modify that a little bit to be a bit more specific to the outcome you're helping your clients achieve. So, what specifically do you need the most help with right now to get in the best shape, to get in better shape, as an example? What's going to happen, that's a question. People will respond to that email because it's a question. That's what people do, right? So they reply, and now you engage in a back and forth dialogue with those individuals. And we have a process called the Conversational Close, which is basically a messaging script that we teach all of our clients so that when they have responses to emails like that, they know how to move it forward to eventually getting the right people on the phone. And if they're, a good fit, talk about what the next step would look like in terms of working together. Now, this is so incredibly effective. But one thing to keep in mind is when you're doing this stuff over email, the back and forth, the sales cycle takes a little bit longer, right? Because people are slower to respond by email than if this were to happen in direct messenger or on, DM on IG, Instagram. So understand that the back and forth is going to take some time. So remember earlier I talked about you can scale your business free or paid. Free takes a little bit more time. This is an example of this, okay? But again, the context of this video is, let's say you are strapped for cash or your ad account was shut down, you're like, how do I make this work? This is what you have to do. You have to dig into your assets, your email list as a starting point. I'll show you what else you can do in a second. And you want to have as many individual conversations with people on your email list as humanly possible. Is it scalable by yourself? No. Over time, you can have people do this within your organization. But for now, this is something that, it's going to make a huge difference. The more conversations, even at the very minimum by email you can have with your audience, the more you're going to learn about them, the more you're going to be able to see what resonates with them, what their frustrations are, how you can best serve them. And that is all gold for your marketing. The second thing, listen, I'm going to just give you some gold here, okay? So that was one thing. Please do that and let me know how it goes. Now, again, is it going to work for you in terms of you enrolling 5, 10, 15, 20 clients? Listen, I have no idea. Your ability to effectively have a conversation after the replies, it makes a big difference, okay? So again, I can't give you the nuanced details of every single conversation because each of those conversations is unique. And anyways, but I think it's going to really make a difference in terms of getting people to reply and at least taking the next step with them. The second thing that you can do is, again, let's say that you have no leads coming in, your paid traffic is turned off, or you just don't have the budget for it. The second thing you can do is offer a free 10-minute speed consult. So this is something that I don't even know why I stopped doing, to be honest, because it was so effective when I was doing this. And I would do this like twice a year because you have to add a little bit of exclusivity. Like people can't access you on this type of basis on demand. Like the very fact that it's rare increases its value. So let me give you an example of how this worked. I think the last time I did this was about a year ago. So I sent an email to my list and I said, hey, I've got some time opened up this week. So I thought, hey, why not connect with some people on my list? So I'm offering a free 10-minute speed consult to whomever is interested in getting some help with their virtual business, their virtual health practice. And what I did is I basically, there's two ways of doing this. Number one is you can just put the link directly into your calendar in the email, and then it's first come, first serve. And then it doesn't really qualify people. You'll just get whoever booking a call, okay? So that's just the one thing to consider. The second way of doing this is you lead people to a simple, a jot form or simple form where they're gonna answer a simple few questions like first name, last name, what's the biggest challenge you're dealing with your health business, and again, based on the responses, you can move them to the next step of booking a call with you. Again, a free 10-minute consult, or this is not quite the right fit based on what you're looking to do. So you can do it either way, but if you want to keep it dead simple, just have a link to your calendar directly in the email. They're going to click it, open it up. They'll see a calendar, like a Calendly link, for instance, and they'll see all these time slots. And I would recommend, if you sent this out on a Monday, for instance, I would recommend that this is about 2 to 3 days before the actual day of 10-minute consults. So I did 2 days back to back. I had 60 plus consults booked in the 2 days. It was tiring, but I'll tell you what was very, very interesting is that number one, I got to get into the mind of, first and foremost, I got to meet people that I'd never met before on my email list. Second is I was able to get into their lives a little bit more to really figure out what was challenging them, where did they want to go, why haven't they worked with us yet, basic stuff like that. And the neat thing is there's no sales pitch here. It's just add value, and you just want them to show up with one thing you can help them with. And it's really simple. So hey, I know we've got 10 minutes on the clock. So this would be the actual 10-minute consult. I want to make this as valuable as possible for you. So great to meet you. What's the one thing I can help you with the most over the next 10 minutes? So they should come in, and you got to let them know, come into this call prepared with that one thing. And they're going to talk about whatever. And this call is 100% value. Okay, don't hold anything back. Just give them everything you can in 10 minutes. Because remember, 10 minutes, there's a lot that could happen, but they're not going to get the whole recipe to creating the outcome that they want. So two things are going to happen at the end, right? You come up to the 10-minute mark, you're saying listen, has this been helpful for you? They're like, oh my God, this is a game changer. You'll know where they are in their business based on the conversation, or in your case, where they are with their health in respect to the conversation. And you can do two things at the end. Number one, if they're not a perfect client or a perfect prospect, be like, hey, thank you so much for your time. I hope this is valuable and have an amazing day, right? I'll be sending out some more emails to help you out. Two is if they are perfect prospects, then you can simply say something along the lines of this, like, hey, has this been valuable for you? They're like, yeah, amazing. Listen, like, I don't know if this is of interest to you, but I'm happy to discuss a little bit more about what it might look like for us to work together. And I know we're a bit pressed for time. Would that be something of interest to you? They might say, yeah, well, yeah, kind of, for sure. You don't need to get into the breakdown of the cost and the details, et cetera, but you could just give them your link to book in a discovery call, which would be your longer quote unquote sales call. And that way it's a great opportunity for you to book more calls from these quick 10-minute consults. So those two things alone can make a huge difference for your business, especially if you're looking to squeeze more juice out of a lemon. And I'm not saying your business is a lemon, but hopefully you get what I'm talking about. So sending out a personalized email to your whole list, asking for a reply, and just going back and forth in a conversation in that manner. And then second is open up 1 to 2 days of 10-minute speed consults, 100% value add to really just blow people away and get them to build a little bit more rapport with you so they see you as the best option to possibly work with when they are ready. So give those a shot. I would love to know if those, first and foremost, please do it. Like, just do it in your business, watch what happens, and I'd love to know how it goes for you. You can drop me a comment in the comments below. Let me know how it went, or let me know what you like best about this approach. And remember to subscribe to the channel because I've got tons of other videos to help you get more clients and scale a great health business online. That's all for today. I'm Yuri. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate your attention, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.